But the English language had deteriorated into a hybrid of hillbilly, valley girl, inner city slang, and various grunts. Joe was able to understand them, but when he spoke in an ordinary voice, he sounded pompous and faggy to them.
The evening, Cardi B fans who rolled up here to the El Paso County Coliseum went from feeling with anticipation to feeling with disappointment.
Rapper Cardi B is hoping to trademark the very specific way she says okay, and we're not kidding.
Do it.
I can't.
Try it.
Okay. It's on my tongue. I can't look at my tongue. Okay. No. It's like a parakeet.
They have their own language. So instead of saying I swear, they're like Bible. And then they're like, oh,
What is it? What is it?
It's it means okay. So it's oh, I've learned it. I'm so happy. Yes.
Oh.
You try it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll have a Coke.
Is Pepsi okay? Is Pepsi a grr? Did you just ask if Pepsi a grr? Excuse me? Of course Pepsi is a grr. You're saying okay? Why aren't you understanding? A grr? What kind of word is that? A grr?
I think it's Gaelic, like akarai.
Okay.
No. It's a grr. A grr.
Is that close? No.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Like this. Oh.
What? I wanted a Pepsi.
All time.
You know what? We should jam together sometime, man.
Yeah, totally. Totes my goats. Cool.
Ryan is a total hottie McHotterson.
Harvey, he's amazeballs. He's like the hottest hottie that ever hottied.
He's like a hottie times infinity plus another infinity. And his smile is totes adorbs.
Totes my goats. It's cray adorbs.
Totes my goats.
It seems like every other week, the kiddos of Generation Z seem to come out with new slang terms that quite frankly confuse the rest of us older generations. So the goal today is to learn how to speak some of that Gen Z lingo. And joining me today on how to translate some phrases is our favorite spokesperson for the Gen Z kids, my cousin Brock. Say hello, Brock. Brock, say hello.
Stop.
Alright, let's get started.
You guys have the Wi-Fi password?
Alright, Brock, we're gonna start with some simple ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, how are you?
Saw.
Friends. Fam. Family.
Fam jam.
It was a fun event. The fest was lit. Okay.
Oh.
I'm about to leave.
I'm finna dip set.
Those are some neat shoes.
Them kicks are dripping.
I would be glad to help.
Bet.
My favorite team lost.
Dudes took an L.
My favorite team lost very bad.
Dudes got clapped.
He seems upset.
He little mad.
He seems very upset.
He big mad.
I like this music.
That's a bop.
I'm not lying.
No cap.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Oof.
That's an interesting statement.
Weird flex, but okay.
I'm not a fan of these appetizers.
These apps are booty.
I completely agree with that statement.
Facts.
I agree.
Yeet yeet.
Excuse me.
Yeet.
Wow, that's exciting news.
Yeet.
Congratulations on your baby boy.
Yeet.
What does yeet even mean?
Yeet is yeet.
That doesn't help. It's like when fam comes slipping in with their drippin' swag, jamming to some sick bop. And no cap, you know these facts are about to be litty fresh to death. You're like, oh, I'm not big mad at that bitty response. Yeet! I don't get it. Weird flex, but okay. I don't know.
Was not amazeballs. That's a new word. I hate to say it because it's just not my favorite word. But according to...
I love hearing you say it, though. It's fantastic.
Why do I always have to read that? According to the Oxford Online Dictionary, yes, that is one new word they have put into the online dictionary. Tell us more.
Well, I'm glad you asked, Natalie, because the latest list of words helping to validate the language of the younger crowd. Is that necessary?
Yeah.
Right. While making life a lot less confusing for the older generation. So amazeballs, as Natalie introduced, that means very impressive, enjoyable, or attractive.
Not to be confused with another word, adorbs. Duh, arousing, great delight, cute, or adorable.
Also added, binge watch, right? You've all got your favorite TV programs back to back when you watch it on those streaming services. You're binge watching there, that's what that means.
Oh yeah, you know you binge watch CNN right here.
Of course, who doesn't?
Another one, hot mic. I think we've all seen the problems with hot mics, some victims of that being from the political world.
People in the Twitterverse excited to hear me say this one, cray or cray-cray, which means, as you might imagine, crazy. So things are cray-cray.
Often they are cray-cray here. And finally, bro hug, defined as a friendly embrace between two men, with that little on the back.
I like your kind of performance art here.
Girl, why you acting so cray-cray?
Didn't I tell you something was going on with her? Is everybody going cray-cray? Is everybody going? Is cray-cray the new black? Is in vogue to be cray-cray?
This girl is straight up cray-cray.
That's the title of my message. Cray-cray faith is the title of my message, just to give you a little... There you go, cray-cray faith.
LOL, LMFAO, BRB, TTYL, JK, OMG.
Surprised faith. Chris, broken heart. Face that looks like Edvard Munch's The Scream.
Two people with a heart in between them.
Scary long-nosed devil face. Lipstick, high heels, flexed bicep.
Two little dancing girls wearing cat ears.
Ellie, face planet Earth!
Mustache man! Mustache man!
Googly eyes, little boy face.
Flamenco woman. Cheersing frothy beer steins. Little family. Wedding ring. Smiling poop, sweat droplets.
Adult woman face. Pointy finger, A-OK hand. Offensive racial stereotype. So, little angel boy.
Cat face that looks like Edvard Munch's The Scream? Blushing face. Two little dancing girls wearing cat ears. Text bubble. Wedding ring. Scissors!
Walking man, offensive racial stereotype, cancer, astrological sign, adult woman face.
Here, no evil monkey!
Angry face!
Two little dancing girls wearing cat ears and knife! Crying face.
Donut. Gun. Syringe. Knife.
Little prayer hands.
Consider how these classic lines of literature might look reversioned in text speak.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo?
Well, you might find it amusing, but for teachers, it's nothing to loll about.
How do I love you? Let me count the ways.
Around 1 in 7 pupils are now regularly using abbreviations like these in essays and tests.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?
People want to communicate as quickly as possible and as easily as possible, so naturally abbreviations and initialisms are going to slip more into the way that people communicate through these new forms of technology.
And OMG, this lot agree.
I'm so used to speaking like that and writing like that when I'm talking to my friends, so sometimes it just pops up and I'm writing.
I suppose you feel more relaxed when using that. It's a bit more laid-back language. It's a bit easier to use. And it puts you in your comfort zone.
There is some times where your brain wants you to write text because obviously you're on the phone so much, but because your teachers are always telling you speak formal English, so you kind of remember not to.
But not all of them think it's a problem.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Lol.
We should accept slang because the English language is always evolving, and slang today is just a part of that.
Simon Mayo, who supports the National Literacy Trust, is having none of it.
Language is evolving, and inevitably that will seep into what is accepted. But I think it's also important that kids know that if you write that, you'll get a lower mark, and if you write it the other way, you'll get a higher mark. And if you want to do better, you have to write it like that. And it doesn't matter whether you don't like it. That's the way a word should be spelled.
The opening report here. Every generation of teens has tried to hide things from their parents, but the way they do it is constantly evolving.
Yeah, so if your kids have cell phones, you've seen all those crazy abbreviations and emojis they use. We were talking about this in the newsroom this morning. It's scary, but do you know what they all mean? Denver 7's Nicole Brady is here to help you crack that code.
You know, it's scary, it's kind of funny. You know, we are taking this seriously, though, because some of the stuff they're writing is very concerning, and I don't have personal experience with this yet. My kids are still too young and innocent. So we went to the people who spend a lot of time cracking these codes. And here are some they told us to watch out for. Things like LMIRL, let's meet in real life. Lit, you might know that one, getting drunk or high. 53X, code for sex, and KPC, keeping parents clueless. A lot of the P acronyms I notice mean parents. And these are just words. You also need to pay attention to the emojis they use.
Anything you're texting, you need to look at the emoticons, the emojis. Some of those things might appear innocent, but they can mean something totally different.
Yeah, UrbanDictionary.com is a good source to look up secret emoji meanings. There are a lot of vegetables that aren't really vegetables, and combinations of these that kids use that might seem innocent at first glance. You need to think about it a little bit and, of course, use those dictionaries to help. We've actually posted a dictionary on our Denver 7 app. It has thousands of abbreviations, words, and phrases in alphabetical order to help you out. Brian, aren't you glad your kids are only 4 and 2?
Wow, no kidding. And I've yet to move on from the smiley face emoji. There's so many different emojis out there.
Please, wake up.